Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lifewave Connect Product Edition.
The number of lives that we're improving around the world is increasing. So I'm certainly very appreciative of everything that our leadership and our brand partners are doing to bring us such phenomenal success. So I think it's important we start off that way. Of course, today we're going to be talking about glutathione. And this is a timely topic because as people are getting out and hopefully enjoying their holiday breaks, taking a vacation, being in the sun, they're going to want to know what can they do to protect their skin from damage and, of course, reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles and also improve their overall health. So this is a very, very timely subject in that regard. We're going to talk about the relationship between glutathione and stem cells. That's not something that we've really done before. There's some new literature out on that. And because X39, of course, is our premier flagship product, I think it would be good for our brand partners to know, hey, if I'm using X39 with the glutathione patch, what type of benefits might I expect and how do those two complement one another? So first, there is a tremendous number of resources that are available on the internet relative to glutathione. Now, it's important to remember that these clinical studies are going to be talking about injections of glutathione, glutathione by IV, supplementation with glutathione in the form of N-acetylcysteine, which is an amino acid. There's a number of different ways that you can elevate glutathione, which we'll talk about. And in particular, if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, I would strongly recommend that you supplement with the amino acid cysteine, preferably a precursor like NAC or sulforaphane, which is found in broccoli. You want to supplement with those to make sure that you are getting enough of the amino acid cysteine so you have the building blocks to make glutathione. Now, what's important to know is that if you take a glutathione pill or an NAC supplement, over about 30 days, you'll get an increase of perhaps 15 to 40% increase in glutathione. The advantage of the patch is that it provides the signal, if you will, gentle stimulation of light on the skin for very rapidly increasing glutathione levels. So that's going to be the significant difference between supplementation and using the patch. But certainly, if you're not getting enough cysteine in your diet, supplementing with NAC would be good. That way, you're guaranteed you have the precursors there to make glutathione, and then our patch will do the rest. And so what's so interesting about this is that glycine is part of the backbone of glutathione. And of course, glycine is also part of the backbone of GHK. That's the peptide that X39 elevates. So I'm sure that's not a coincidence. So in any case, this paper provides a very nice overview on what glutathione is and its role in the human body. It's very important to realize that glutathione is found throughout the human body. This is endogenous. It's a naturally occurring antioxidant. It's made in the liver, so you find it in very high concentration in the liver. And also interesting, the liver is the most regenerative organ in the human body. So we should pay attention when we find peptides like glutathione and like GHK in high concentrations in the liver, and the liver regenerates better than any other organ in the body. Is there a relationship between those two things? And the answer, in fact, is yes. As it turns out, glutathione plays a role in preserving the activity of stem cells in the body. We'll talk about that in more detail in a little bit. But basically, the way we can look at the function of glutathione in the body is that because it's found in the liver, it's going to support detoxification, especially of things like heavy metals like mercury. It's going to help to manage inflammation. Now, inflammation is a good thing in the sense that we need inflammatory markers to tear down diseased or damaged tissue. It's when people have chronic inflammation that it's associated with disease states like arthritis, for example. So we need antioxidants like glutathione to help keep inflammatory markers in check. Glutathione is the principal antioxidant that's found in the ears and protects our hearing. This was one of the things that was looked at in great detail by the U.S. Army, is that the number one disability is hearing loss. And by supplementing with glutathione, the U.S. Army found that you could protect people from hearing loss. When I went for a degree in biology, this was not covered in any detail. And had met a doctor in New York City that was focusing in on this is back in 2003, focusing in on the use of glutathione in human health. And as it turns out, the health of the skin, that I became aware of this incredible antioxidant. So glutathione is used, not surprisingly, because it's the master antioxidant in the body. It's used to support health in a variety of different disorders. So I'll use Parkinson's disease as an example. When people develop Parkinson's disease, it's a result of damage to the what's called the myelin sheath. It's the protective sheath around the nerves. And what's been found is that glutathione is what protects the myelin sheath from damage. So medical doctors now, what they're finding in clinical practice is that if they give their patients an IV of glutathione, that they will be able to help prevent the progression of the disease. They'll also be able to help reverse some of the symptoms of things like Parkinson's disease. Again, not making this claim about the patch. What I'm saying is that if you were someone suffering from Parkinson's disease, I would go to your doctor and I would look at getting an IV once or twice a week of glutathione. This is how powerful this natural antioxidant is. It's also worth knowing that glutathione and vitamin C work together. So in other words, if you're taking a vitamin C supplement, it can complement glutathione. It can help to preserve your body's levels of glutathione. So what would be some of the reasons why you would want to use our glutathione patch when we're talking about general wellness and health? One of the things that's been established now in many studies with glutathione is that it is strongly correlated with aging. And in people that live past the average, people that live to be over 100 years old, they tend to have higher levels of glutathione. So it's often said that your body's levels of glutathione will determine your lifespan and your overall health. So this is an excellent reason to be concerned about, are you getting enough cysteine in your diet? And are you doing things like using our patch to keep your glutathione levels optimized? But we also want to improve the skin from the inside out. So by using our general wellness products and improving the health of the body, the skin is going to benefit as a consequence. It's also why it's so important to have a healthy diet, to exercise, drink plenty of water, and not do things like smoke or drink excessively, that are going to have an adverse effect on the skin. Now, when we think of having healthy skin, usually what people think of, well, I want to reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. And fortunately, there is a relationship between levels of glutathione and collagen. So in other words, in this study, what it's showing, in fact, is that if we can keep our levels of glutathione elevated, this will help induce formation of new collagen. So collagen, of course, is the most abundant protein in the body. And it's typically it's the protein that will associate with the health of the skin. So we generate new collagen, and we can improve the health of the skin and reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So elevating your glutathione has that effect. Collagen also, by the way, will be a precursor to cartilage. We once worked with a doctor, Bernd Friedlander, out in California, and he was using collagen supplements along with vitamin C and glutathione to regenerate lost cartilage in professional U.S. football players. Jeff, I think what I would say in summary is that glutathione is a very simple antioxidant. And the simplicity is what gives it its power, right? It's made of 3 amino acids. And as long as we have those amino acids in our body, then our body has the ability to make glutathione. It's a little bit more complicated than that. But glutathione is so important that it's correlated with how long we live, the health of our body, the way that we heal. Of course, that's connected to stem cell function, the ability to protect our DNA from damage, protect our immune system. And what's extraordinary is that we continue to learn about this very simple antioxidant and its broad effects. So even though glutathione we've known what it is for many, many years, decades, we're still learning about its importance in human health.